There is no doubt in my mind that GTA 6 will have a bunch of returning features from previous GTA and Rockstar titles. So in this video, I'd like to share some of the features that I would love to see return in GTA 6. The businesses from Vice City stories. For those unfamiliar, GTA Online's business system kind of stems from this, and there's definitely a lot of inspiration drawn from it. The way that this works is that you can buy a total of 30 businesses, each of which have 3 different tiers that you can select and earn money from. Obviously, they all have different kind of rackets like prostitution and racketeering and a few others. This is the primary way of how you make money in GTA Vice City stories rather than the traditional way of just getting money through missions, given that the story is about building an empire with your brother.
Alright, baby, this is the Lance Vance dance.
These businesses gave your money a reason to exist and was also a consistent activity to do when you were not on a mission, and admittingly, I always loved managing them, way more enjoyable than GTA Online's businesses are in my humble opinion. I would say though that given the current theme of Jason and Lucia, I don't think it would make sense for them to go the same way like in GTA Vice City stories, where it was all just about making money through the businesses rather than through missions, given the fact that we're probably going to have heist and that sort of stuff, and having that pay out $200 doesn't make any sense. But perhaps a improvement on the GTA 5 business system from Michael, Franklin and Trevor to have some more depth to it and allow for some passive income to be generated, or just simply have some more going on with them to make the businesses more worthwhile to own, other than being a means to getting to 100%. Some Red Dead Redemption 2 immersion features I'd love to see back, and frankly would be shocked if they aren't, are some of the following. The hair growth system. Having Arthur grow a massive beard or just long hair over time really allowed you to get the feeling of time passing. It also allowed you to have your character be unique to others while not having to steer away from Rockstar's vision of Arthur. In GTA 6 I can obviously see this work for Jason, but I can also see this work with Lucia too. Minus the beard, of course.
Bad luck, I guess.
The 2 long guns and 2 sidearms making a return would in my opinion also be a nice way to evolve the GTA franchise. Sure, it's nice to pull the minigun out of your pooper, but being able to physically see the guns in your back also makes it just feel so much cooler. On top of the fact that it kind of forces you to think about what loadout you want to take with you for a particular mission. To stash the weapons you won't be able to take with you, I suggest something like a trunk of a car, apartment, gun store, or even like a secret stash somewhere scattered around the city. Obviously, from the September 2022 leaks, we know that this is and or was planned at least at some point during development to have a similar system with long arms and just a sidearm going on, but since the game isn't out yet, I still find it worth a mention, or at least that I would love to see it back. Interacting with every NPC you come across like in RDR2 would also be a huge plus for the immersion of the game. It'd be cool to see if Rockstar found a way to expand upon this further, but outside of dedicated random encounters that aren't just generic NPCs, I would find it difficult to see how this could be done. Then again, I'm not a developer at Rockstar, and judging from the trailer, they're gonna blow everyone's socks off again. Regardless, random encounters in Red Dead Redemption 2 are some of the highlights in the game, and anything that could make you stop what you're doing for a quick laugh or an interesting story or just something interesting happening in the world is always a very welcome addition to the immersion of the game. It just makes everything just feel so much more alive. If you look at a lot of other open world games, there's never really anything going on, and that's probably why Rockstar is at this point kind of the only one that's really doing anything with open world games. I will refrain from making Ubisoft jokes. This would obviously also apply to the animals in the game and the hunting that goes with it. RDR2's hunting system is one of the best, if not the best, in gaming. It also has plenty of depth, details and amount of animals, so I'd be shocked if you don't at least get the same level of skinning details as we did in RDR2. And again, GTA and RDR are just 2 completely different games, so I guess we'll have to wait and see. But from what you can tell from the trailer so far, there is a lot of different animals in there, so I'm very excited to see if you can, well, RPG some animals, because that's kind of funny. Maybe if you can like just blow them up. Okay, I'll stop. One final thing that the RDR2 did a lot better than GTA 5 was the gunplay. The guns just packed a lot more of a punch and just felt a lot better to use, and aside from the annoying bloom system, it was a huge improvement. But there's one example of a game where Rockstar will still kinda have to look at, and this of course is Max Payne 3. It still is the best they've done in terms of shooting mechanics, and well, I'd argue for the removal of auto aim and go for a more modern way of shooting. I get that auto aim is a very accessible way to play the game and obviously allows as many people as possible to be able to have fun with it, but I do think that it makes for a much more interesting game when played in free roam with the usual touch of assisted aim in there for those who play on console and or controller. Obviously this becomes probably a little bit more difficult if there were to be crossplay in the online version, but I guess we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Steering away from RDR2 here, there's a few other small but important things I would love to see return from previous GTA games. The map being open from the start was a great move made in GTA 5, and I'd love to see that return. This will allow players to immediately explore the main character of the game without having to progress through the story if they don't wish to do so. Obviously, like in GTA 5, you have to do the prologue first, but you're looking at 10 to 15 minutes and then you can just explore the world as much as your heart content. A gym or a strength mechanic that could see your muscles grow or see and or feel the difference in strength when punching or using a bigger weapon would be a pretty cool mechanic too, but I would understand that people might not want to steer too much towards the roleplay and or realistic direction that this might entail. Minigames from GTA 4 and GTA 5 returning would be great, even from Red Dead Redemption 2. While it won't be the activity you'll be doing for 24/7, having it being a part of the world or have a reason to go for a round of darts or poker, for example, is a nice way to break from the 9-to-5 crime spree to just immerse yourself into the world and kind of have some interactions with the NPCs in said world too. Maybe bowling can even finally make its triumphant return, perhaps? A minor one now, crouching. I know this might sound kind of silly to even bring this up because it's one of the most basic game mechanics of all time, but I never really understood why stealth mode was a thing in GTA 5. It really doesn't do a whole lot, and crouching generally seems to be cooler and more useful overall. Mainly mentioning this one honestly because it was lacking in GTA 5. Obviously we had it in RDR2, so potentially and or hopefully it will be in GTA 6. And yes, I know we saw stuff in the leaks, but it's game development. Everything is subject to change. In the beta version of GTA 5 there was also crouching. Heck, it's in the game. And finally, probably a very niche one, but the Rockstar Editor. It is such a powerful tool for content creation and sharing moments in the game to be able to then share with your friends or on social media. Especially with how big social media is nowadays, not having at the very least a photo mode would be a massive shame. Yes, I am primarily mentioning this because of the YouTube videos and thumbnails that they make on a almost daily basis, but man, it was just criminal that Red Dead Redemption 2 never had a Rockstar Editor. There were so many moments in that game where you just went, wow, that, my friends, is a brand new wallpaper, and I will probably have this for about 30 minutes before I replace it with a different picture again, because that game looks so damn good. Regardless, those are just some of the things that I just thought about when it comes to some of the features that I'd love to see back in the game. If you have some that you would like to share, make sure to do so in the comments down below. Thank you so very much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe for more, and become a member like Chloe, GTA Plus, Notorious Jam, Dan, and the Custerwanics. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all later.